The other thing that is quite useful that clients love about Dynamics Customer Insights is if I go back to my real-time journeys, the other thing that you can use is your forms. So in addition to having that tracking script to register my domains and have my website information feed into Dynamics, I can also create marketing forms, which I can easily either just drop, so I can embed it on my website, or I can actually take, if you don't want to do that, you can take your existing forms and you can just match them. So what you do is you get each field that I might have onto a form, it's all drag and drop, has a specific name and it has a mapping behind it. So I can go and I can add this into the HTML on my forms, on my website. And Dynamics Marketing actually makes this process really easy because it has a guide when you do this that kind of, it searches for that form that you want to track. It tries to connect the two for you. So it does remove some of the scripting or coding knowledge that you'll need in a team. It does make it a lot easier. So you can capture forms, and through that you can have people submit their information. So if I wanted address, I might have wanted first name. Okay, and it's all, again, it's configurable. So everything you see here, Microsoft gives you because it knows this is what marketeers use the most, but it will also allow you to create your own. Like if you want to have your own fields called dietary requirements or product most interested in, and you can map those and use them as well. So all of this, like with email, like with most of the functionality in Customer Insights Journeys, is drag and drop. Okay, so it is quite user friendly. And the great thing that I personally love about the forms is the fact that when you embed it, you don't have the need to actually change anything on this form. So what we found with a lot of marketeers is when you have this embed functionality, which is ideal because it means you don't have to go and, match form fields or a tracking script, it's much easier to embed a form. But what would hold them back is the fact that if I go and embed this form, like if I preview it at this moment, that is not very pretty for me to go and drag and drop onto my website or landing page. So what Microsoft did that's really useful is if I go and I try and embed this, so I'll say publish and then I get embed code, then it will actually try and match the CSS on my website. So it will look at what colors did you use, what kind of edges did you use, what font did you use, and it will try and create this form for you based on that look and feel. So it takes away that need for you to pay a designer, and it means that mostly your team can they can use drag and drop, they can just get the embed, drop it onto your website, and you have that form that will then speak into Dynamics for you. So it's a very easy way to get information into Dynamics. We have clients that do very clever things with it, like at conferences, they will have specific forms they created and have it on an iPad at a stand. People will come, fill in their details, say this is what I want to speak about, submit it, and it's automatically a lead in the system. It's in CRM. There's not a massive sheet that you need to capture as soon as that conference is done. So this is available for you. And once you understand it, once you understand how this maps to your contact forms and that automatically, there is a lot more use for it than just a form on a landing page or a website. But it does make that process of getting external information like your leads, contact updates, like updating a job title or their contact preferences, much easier. And it takes a lot of the manual work out for you. Okay. So that's one of the other ways. The other thing that you can do with Dynamics Marketing is you do have survey functionality. Okay, so just like it's very similar to this form that I actually created, but you can also create surveys within Dynamics Marketing, and you actually have a choice with that because you also get something called customer voice. Now, to be honest, if you ever want to look at those two things, so you get survey functionality included, you get customer voice included, which is also a survey tool. I would suggest that we do another demo just because it really goes in depth in terms of the functionality. But the great thing is that those two tools are both included with the marketing, and it's also very closely linked. So if I have certain things, like if I'm doing segments, I can draw segments on survey results. So I could say anybody that submitted a survey with an NPS score that's under 3, I can do that. There's already things out of the box for me. I don't have to necessarily build those because the tool is part of the Microsoft Customer Insights Journeys ecosystem. So it brings those features a lot closer together.